So what do I do when it snows? Well, I usually do a lot of 3D printing. So I have this thing here. Um, it's the headset Diacomp from the Cannondale, and I over tightened it, not understanding what it was supposed to do, and shattered it. And so I got on here on Thingiverse and was like, uh, there are some interesting things we could print for sure. Really cool stuff. Um, So here's a expanding headset plug. Here's a headset upper spacer. You need spacers on these type of bikes to bring it up higher. So I don't know what the StarNut installation tool is. Clone of something. Bike headset cap with cap water bottle cage mount. Cool. Um, Micro wireless bike computer and headset cap. Lower crown race for 1.5 tapered forks. Bike stem spacer, bike headset washer, bicycle. Uh, all ahead headset cover, bike. So, USB charger, bike ornament, headset stem spacer, headset cup race removal tool, headset wrench helper. I don't know how that's going to hold up too well. Bike dust cover headset, Strider 12 balance bike headset bushing. Dude, there's so much cool stuff on here that people have designed. Man, the skeleton cap, lower crown race. I wouldn't really want a lot of these parts to be plastic, but whatever. Headset press. Threadless headset alignment tool. GoPro mount. Yeah, that'd be a good place to mount a GoPro, I think, for sure. Radio mounting plate. Headset. Head press. Interesting. I don't know how these head press things work. Here's another one. Star nut guide for 1 1/8 bicycle pivot. I just want to print the cap. Improved. Let's see. Bike stem bottle top cap. Threadless headset adjustment tool. Spacer headset press cup for Shimano bottom bracket. Interesting. I mean, there is a lot of stuff here. We've got customizable bearing drift. Bike fork steer tube adapter for maintenance. Let's see what else we got. There's a lot of stuff here. I don't know what the crown race tool is for. Let's see, bearing protector, truck 90. So that's all that is there. There wasn't a ton, but there was quite a bit more than I thought there would be. Let me just type in bike headset cover. Okay, earplug caddy. That's crazy. Let's see, what is this? Bike hub mud cover. Zip tied on there. Bike seat tube cover. Adjustable headset spacer. Bike chain cover. Interesting. Bike stem spacer. I don't want a spacer. I just want a cap. I don't know if they have one. Let's see here. Cover for Bosch power tube for the e-bike. What is this? E-charging port. Let's see. What do we got here? There's a spacer, a hook, a weird Among Us tire cap. Shimano bike shift dust cover. Bicycle bike pedal cover. Fork boot holder. Let's see. Bike pedal cover. Honda rear well cap. Can cover. Cassette cover. Bike parametric. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Air tag, bike mount. Oh, cool. Lenovo. It doesn't have anything to do with this. Let's see. We have some of these have nothing to do with anything. I might need to Canyon bike dropout cover. I almost thought it said Cannondale for a second. Headset spacer for Cannondale Street or Lefty. Interesting. There might be one in here. Interesting stuff. We're on page 10. Looks like it's just going to keep going for a while. Bike stem, bottle cap, top cap cover. So, it might be... that's interesting stuff. Huh. Keyhole. Okay, we're just cruising along here. There's more and more and more. Shimano crank removal tool. There's kind of a star-shaped thing down in the tube. I don't know exactly it does. Let's see, what is that cover? Some other damn thing. E-bike battery cover. Looks like this is just going to keep on going and going and going and going and going and going. So we're probably going to have to like be a little more specific about what we want. RockShox cap. Which reminds me, I've got the Cannondale RockShox are completely stuck. Like chain protector. I guess you could probably print one of those. It didn't clear. Let's see. I'm not seeing anything too interesting here underneath these terms. I think we might be at the end of it. I think it probably goes to 20. Nope, keeps creeping up. All right, there's tons and tons of these then. Or every time I click it adds another page. Who knows when it's going to stop. Flashlight holder, that's cool. Let's see. Should probably take a look at it. Let's just go ahead and download it. I'll look at it later. I think I can see the top here, so yeah. Okay. That looks cool. Definitely worth having. Alright. Yeah, some of this is for dirt bikes. So what I'll have to change my listing to. Oh my god, you're not gonna print a wall hook, that's nuts. Ducati Multistrada. Huh. Alright, well, I was hoping to just go through the entire list of everything, but I think that would take too long. Well, as far as Cannondales are concerned, I didn't spell it correctly either, but here's a spacer. You can put these in here, get your bars up a little higher. Let's download that. And then maybe this guy has something else. And let's see. We can always click, I think, on their profile. That's the only thing they have. Lefty cable guide. Cannondale head shock installation tool. Yeah, I don't have a head shock. Let's spell it correctly. Alright. Makes no difference. Okay, well, here's a headset top cap. Okay, we'll click this one and just see how it comes out. It looks a little goofy. I don't know if that's, like, would be something I'd want to do, but I'd rather have something than nothing. Let's see here. Let me see what it fits. They don't. But with their file, as long as it's the right diameter, I can go in and change all of it, and I can make it to what I want. Oh my god, people print almost anything just for the hell of it. Let's see. Pedal cap cover, that's cool. I'm pretty picky about most of this stuff, though. I want it to look a certain way. This is pretty close. The bike headset top cap, that's probably going to be really close. I mean, like, if you look at that. So, I think you have end caps over here. If you print them out of PET, or excuse me, the PETG, if you print them out of TPU, they'll probably work. Top cap. It doesn't say what it really fits, but that's definitely what we wanted. Okay, assuming it's the right size. I can probably manipulate the size of it. So that's cool. We found it. Head set press parts. I don't know what we got here. On page 2. Pedal screw cover. Different valve covers. Crank cover. Pretty neat. Maybe we'll go ahead and where does it fit? I don't know. Maybe to get a better picture of it. Nope. We'll download it anyway. I can always check it out later. Okay. So I think I pretty much got what I want to try and print. And bicycle stem bottle cap. Let's see how many pages we got here. What is this? What's a headset press for? I don't understand that. Bicycle V-brake linear pole mount cover. Let me just take a look at this thing here. What they show. Okay, we do these different things. Needed a head press for my Cane Creek 40 headset. I redesigned this to fit without bearings since I don't like the idea to put pressure onto the bearings. Interesting. Let's see. What else do we got? So I think sometimes people just go a little too far with printing things just because. Where was it at? The crank covers and things like that, that's just going to look really tacky, even if you have a really good printer. So, some things are just probably better to not print unless you absolutely need to. I mean, it's not ever going to look as good as a mold, an injection mold print, you know. So, yeah, there's lots of things that I would print for, you know, functional use, but not for looks. And also, a lot of this stuff isn't going to be, you know, super strong unless you use certain type of filament, you know. But there's all kinds of weird crap in here that people are, like, printing. It's like, yeah. And it's like some of these things, it's hard to say that they even would work. But it's cool that people are printing them. And also the other thing, keep in mind, too, is that it is a website, and some of these people might use these STL files to do with, like, I guess, a CNC machine. I think you can do that, can't you? I'm not sure. But anyway, it looks like rolls of toilet paper on his wheels right there. So we'll end up printing a couple of things. It would be nice to come up with one that I could put on there that will hold a GoPro mount. But, and I thought I had seen one, but I'm not sure. There's just so much stuff to sort through on here. It's crazy. Velocity stack. A lot of this doesn't have anything to do with bicycles. The other thing too is I could check printables. There's a bike seat something or other. Anyway, some interesting stuff. So I'll let you know when I start to print something. Catch you later.